I went to a real estate conference in Atlanta yesterday and I met an agent there who was hilarious. And he does short form content mostly on Instagram and Facebook. And he is funny and he dresses up in characters and he does very elaborate editing for all of these reels. And as I looked around the room at the older agents, I could just see their faces kind of fall because they were thinking, oh my God, I could never do any of that. And I'm here to tell you, you don't have to. If you love short form content and you are very entertaining, then by all means go for it. But if you're watching this video, I'm assuming that you are not. You're a little more introverted. You're a little more calm, withdrawn, and that's just not your jam. It doesn't have to be. YouTube is a brilliant strategy for those people that are a little bit more introverted. They don't feel like they have larger than life personalities. And I want to talk to you why YouTube is such a wonderful platform for those of you that are introverted. So number one, you are recording with no audience. You're recording this video and no one is around to watch. Nobody's here listening to you. I'm recording in my home office. And if you're recording from home, just do it at a time when people are not around, or tell your spouse to run to the grocery store or something, get out of the house for an hour so that you can record without an audience. I find that when no one is listening, nobody is eavesdropping or watching me, it takes a lot of the pressure off. And I've got some tips for you later on about if you are afraid to be on camera so that we can even bypass that whole thing. The second reason why YouTube is so great is that people don't expect you to be entertaining. If they Google, like, what are interest rates right now? How long is it going to take for me to sell my house? What is the VA funding fee? They're Googling real estate topics and your long form video shows up in the search results. They're not going to click on it because they expect you to be hilarious. They're not going to click on it because you have trending audio and you're doing something very funny. That's not why they're clicking on it. They're clicking on it because they have a question and they want to know the answer. And oop, you made a video giving them the answer. They see how long the video is because where is it? It's right down here is the timestamp. So when they see your video and they look and they see how long it will be, they are prepared to watch it. If they click on it, they're not clicking on it because you stopped the scroll, because it was interruption marketing, because you're so dang funny. That's not why. They're not on the platform because they want to be entertained. They're on it because they want to be informed. Which brings me to number three, is that if you are silly and crazy and you're waving your hands around, it might be highly entertaining, but it also might be harder for people to take you seriously. Whereas people who are also introverted like you, and they have more subdued personalities, your personality is going to appeal to them because you're very much like them. They don't want somebody crazy. They don't want somebody who's, talking with their hands and being crazy and silly in their videos. That probably will not resonate with them. But your very calm demeanor, more serious, that's going to make them feel, oh, this person is not crazy. They know what they're talking about. They're calm, they're confident, they're competent. Like, this is the kind of agent that I want to work with. So when you are your authentic self on camera, you attract people that are like you. If you're not silly and funny, don't try to be. You don't have to be. You should be your authentic personality because that is who you will attract in return. So let's talk about some strategy for videos if you are a little bit more introverted. Here is one of my earliest videos, and this is by no means a masterpiece, but you know what? It was fine. It was an easy way to start getting comfortable on screen. So I'm a Mac user. I opened up Keynote. You could do this in PowerPoint. You could do it in Canva. And I just made, what is it? It's a 7-slide deck with a couple of bullet points and things to talk about on each thing. I've got the sound turned off so that I can narrate over it, but it's just me doing a voiceover. So all I did was record myself talking while I gave the little slideshow. And it was a really good way for me to get comfortable delivering information without having my full face on camera, because at the beginning, I was not very comfortable with that. I majored in music in college and I wanted to be a singer and I wanted to be on stage. But so I'm actually very comfortable on stage in front of people, but I had no experience with the camera and I found it to be very intimidating at the beginning. So when I first started, a lot of times I was not on camera at all. I could talk, I could show my little slide presentation. I'd been in real estate for many, many years at this point, so I felt confident in the topic. I just wasn't really confident to show my face on camera yet. That would be a great way for you to kind of baby step your way into it. And then maybe one day you'll do it where your face is in this little corner. So instead of it just being the slide presentation and you're not in it at all, maybe now we put your face in a little tiny bubble in the corner. You're getting used to being seen on camera, but honestly, most of the attention is going to the slide presentation because it's 80 times bigger than your little face in the corner. But it's a great way to start becoming comfortable with being on camera. So how can you easily make something like this? Just go over to Canva and type in presentation and then filter by real estate. They've got some really nice looking presentations in Canva. Just pick the one that you like, change the colors so that it matches your branding, put your logo on it, write whatever it is you want it to say, and then you can go share, present, and one of the options is present and record. And if you record in Canva, you have the option of having your face be part of the video or not. So maybe at the beginning you don't have your face be part of it. It's just the slide deck. You have a microphone with your computer. You are just narrating what it is that you're talking about. It could be 3 minutes long. And then when you're done, you export it and you upload it to YouTube. Bam, you got a video. Now, is it going to win you an Academy Award? No. Are people going to be banging down your door to hire you? No. But if this is what you need to do to start getting comfortable posting content on YouTube, there is nothing wrong with doing this. Do this as many times as you need to do until you feel comfortable. And then you say, okay, the next time I do it, I am going to put my face in the corner and I'm going to start getting a little bit more comfortable with showing my face on camera. But even if you do get to the point where you can put your full face on camera, I want to show you that it doesn't have to be anything super entertaining. So this video was called Cities Near Savannah. And I love keyword research. If you've seen any of my other, I'll link a video up here about keyword research if you're not sure exactly what that is. But I knew that people were Googling the phrase cities near Savannah. So I picked 5 suburbs around Savannah that I service, that I like, that I wanted to talk about. And this is just me standing there talking to the camera. I'm not cracking jokes. I'm not doing a lot of editing. Like literally, I moved during the filming so that sometimes I was in the middle and sometimes I was off to the side. And that way I didn't really have to edit it in post-production. I literally just took a step to the left. This was my transition. That again was a keynote slide presentation. It's a slide with an animation on it because I didn't know how to edit my videos. So I made that and I imported it out of Keynote into my video and just made it part of the video. These are not fancy. I am not saying anything in these videos that are entertaining and hilarious. I'm just talking about cities near Savannah. And anybody who Googled that phrase and saw that there was a, how long is this video? This one is 4 minutes and 55 seconds long. So they Googled it. They saw that there was a 4.5 minute long video. They clicked on it. They're not expecting to watch a cinematic masterpiece. They don't really care. But by this time, I was comfortable being on camera. So I still didn't make great videos. I still didn't have a lot of editing. I still didn't have any visual stuff going on screen that is amazing to work with. And yet, look how many views this video has had. Almost 20,000 views. That is nothing to sneeze at. That's all organic. That's not boosting the post or driving any traffic to it. That is just somebody that either did a search on YouTube or they did a search in Google and they said, yes, that is what I want to know. Click. That video has brought us a lot of business over the years. In fact, I got a lead yesterday from somebody who watched this exact video and many more and said, I feel like I know you already. We're coming to town on October 6th. I would like for you to help us find a house. Now, if you don't have a YouTube channel yet at all, I will put a resource down below that you could consider getting. It's called Channel in a Weekend. I will show you how to create a lead generating YouTube channel in just 2 days flat. And watch this video next because YouTube thinks you're really going to like it.